flag raised for the 53rd edition of the Swedish Grand National, and they jump away, 4 runners out on their journey in the absence of Don Diablo. On the way towards Jordvalen for the first time, it's Last Reference who leads them over, just goes straight through the middle of that, not bothering to jump that, and Paddy Barlow hangs on board, and they go right-handed now as they enter the Long Lake turn for the first time, and they take it twice in this direction. You'll see they take it in the other direction after they clear the second last and before they enter the home straight. But for now, they're taking it right-handed still, with Last Reference out in front. The beautiful nature reserve just beside Strom's home palace in central Sweden, leading up the hill as they begin to turn out of the Long Lake turn is Last Reference. He's still about 5 lengths clear to French Warrior, the Anna Maria Anderson trained runner, the hands of Christopher Roberts, who sits in second position. They're being tracked by Three's Company and Kevin Parkin, Pretty King on the inside. They've cleared flight number 2. That was Cull's horse for the first time. Now they come up towards the Irish jump, and well clear still is Last Reference. He's about 5 lengths clear of French Warrior down the centre of the pack. On the outside then is Three's Company as they head up towards the top of the racecourse. They'll turn right-handed and they'll take a temporary fence in what will become the home straight when they take it the other way. And you'll see they remove this temporary fence, otherwise it would be right on the finishing post. They'll come right through the crowds now, and a ripple of applause will ring out from the thousands gathered here at Strom's home. The biggest day in the Swedish jump race in Canada, one of the most fantastic days in the whole of Swedish racing, and indeed the whole of Scandinavian racing, as they come towards this temporary fence now, and still Last Reference will take it in front, being tracked by French Warrior. And then Pretty King in Three's Company now as the back marker under Kevin Parkin as they come through what was their point of departure last time around, and they take Jordvalen once more. That was flight number 1 last time around, and this time it is flight number 5. Took it much better, Last Reference in first. He's still about 5 or 6 lengths clear at this stage to French Warrior, who's in second position under Christopher Roberts, Anna Maria Anderson owned and trained runner. They're being followed on by Pretty King, who sticks to the rail, trained by the Polish-born, Czech-based master Greg Roblowski, a frequent visitor up to Sweden, as meet Carl's horse for a second time. And then they'll take another route and they'll go through the cross-section of the racecourse. They take the diagonal fence, which is just in front of the paddock, the beautiful white-railed paddock at Strom's home, and still Last Reference will show them over, being followed by French Warrior. And then on the inside, Pretty King and Three's Company remains the bag marker under Kevin Parkin as they make the right-handed turn now and go towards the cross-section fence, one of many fences admired, I believe, by John Frankham during one visit to Stromsø. Now I'm told he rode here and then he came back as something of a private visitor just to admire the track. His cross-section fence is a lovely obstacle just in front of the crowds who've come up to the rails to watch the runners as they head past them. They go towards now the perimeter of the racecourse. They're going to turn left-handed and they'll meet the water jump in the back straight here. And still there out in front though is Last Reference to French Warrior, who's next, and then comes Pretty King, and that leaves the back marker Three's Company. He's at the back of affairs and is the back marker as they head over the water jump at the far end of the course, the perimeter of the racecourse. Strom's home racecourse, they've already jumped the Irish fence. Now they're seeing fences turn. Last Reference in the hands of an Englishman, Paddy Barlow, takes it out in front by a good 2 or 3 lengths to French Warrior down the centre of the pack, and then Pretty King, and still the back marker is Three's Company. They take that left-handed bend now, and left-handed on a slightly different route to the route they took on the flat races and the hurdle races. They're going to head towards the largest obstacle on the course, and this is Story Jordvalen. Still 5 lengths clear is Last Reference. Oh, and we've lost one there. Three's Company has parted company with Kevin Parkin. So now there are just 3 runners left, and shortly they will enter what is effectively their final lap. I hope he's okay, but a few obstacles to take before that, and I do love how they name their obstacles here, by the way. The canal turn is next, although of course something more of a lake turn as they cross over, and you can see the cross-country fences there. We had Stromsholm just a week or so ago in the cross-country day here in equine capital of Sweden, and now they come towards the canal turn and just looked like he wanted to head out onto the cross-country country course for a moment there, last reference, but now he's swung back and he stays on the racecourse, which is a relief to Paddy Barlow on board, as now they go past the VIP area on their way towards the open ditch. And as they head towards the open ditch, the field is preceded by the loose horse, and they begin to bunch up now. And 2 years ago, there was a bit of a bust up and we had a couple of unseat. Still the loose horse, though, races in company with the field on the outside. It's Pretty King now who's struck the lead as they go over the English jump for the last time. Drifting back now is Last Reference, who made the running, but instead is Pretty King, trained by the Polish-born Czech master Greg Wroblewski. In the hands, though, of Niklas Löwen, who's won this race so many times. Niklas Löwen and Pretty King are now a good 3 or 4 lengths clear of Last Reference, though, who is in second position, and French Warrior is the back marker as they go over the Irish jump, going the other way into the back straight. This was the back straight of the hurdle course and the flat course as well, and it's the back straight on the final circuit of the Swedish Grand National. Still out in front is Pretty King. Now is a 6-length lead, at least the loose horses in between, and French Warriors at the back of affairs as they enter the Long Lake turn for the final time. Now they're taking it left-handed and shortly heading up into the home straight. They've got an uphill turn to take, and then one last obstacle in the Swedish Grand National of 2024, sponsored by EMC, as they make that turn in towards the home straight. Well clear now is Pretty King and Niklas Löwen. Now it's a good 8 lengths or so indeed as they head up to Jordvalen for the final time, and this is the final fence in the Swedish Grand National of 2024. Pretty King is well clear of the other 2 runners. Last Reference chases his shadow with the loose horse in between, and French Warrior is the bag marker as they're into the home straight. Niklas Löwen can begin the celebrations now. Well, look, he's won it, and he's won it comfortably. He must have won it by 12 lengths in the end. Well clear of Last Reference, who comes home in second, and then French Warrior, last of the 3 runners to complete the course. Niklas Löwen, the victorious jockey, and the victorious trainer, Greg Wroblewski.
Number 4.